Good day to Madam Shazi. My name is Dayang Nurhana and I'm going to present the first part. I'm going to present about the introduction and analysis and design of compression members. Timber is one of the oldest construction materials. 90% of timber in Malaysia is hardwood, suitable for all types of structures, cost-effective building material and reduce environmental impact. The advantage of timber is it is readily available, safe, easy to work, and naturally anti-corrosive, while the disadvantage are its shrink and swell, fire resistance, discoloration, and moldiness. These are the examples of timber houses in Sarawak: Iban Long House, Malay House, Melanau Toll House, Chinese Farmhouse, Bidayuh Long House, and Orang Ulu Long House.
Hi guys, my name is Michael Tiong Long Hoi. This is my student ID. I'm currently studying at UCTS taking civil engineering. So for today, I'm going to present to you about our assignment 1, that is proposal of designing a timber structure for a timber design chalet. This is our project site that is near to Darah Homestay Sibu Sarawak. It is 3.9 km from CTS that take 8 minutes to arrive there.
Next, I will present about the analysis and design of compression members. This is the key plan for our chalet. For the column designs, for receptionist office, we use Belian with size of 100 mm x 175 mm. For cafeteria, we also use Belian with size of 150 mm x 200 mm. For washroom or changing room, we use Tembusu with size of 150 mm x 175 mm. For suites, we use Merbau of size 150 mm x 175 mm. For twin and single rooms, we use Karanji with size of 150 mm x 200 mm. And for dorms, we use Chengal with size of 150 mm x 200 mm. All the column designs that we had calculated are adequate.
Good evening everyone. Today I'm going to present about analysis and design of bending member for our chalet. Hi everyone, my name is Caroliza and I'm going to present about analysis and design of bending members for timber engineering assignment. First, for the office, we're going to use Belian size 125 x 175 mm, timber joist 125 x 200 mm, and for the cafe we're going to use Belian also, timber beam size 125 x 200, timber joist 125 x 150. Next, washroom. For the washroom we're going to use Tembusu, timber beam size 100 x 150, timber joist 100 x 200. And then suit, for the suit we're going to use Merbau, timber beam size 125 x 200, timber joist 125 x 200. Next, for the twin and single room we're going to use Karanji, size 125 x 200, timber joist size 100 x 200. Lastly, for domes we're going to use Cengals, for timber beams size 125 x 175, for timber joist 125 x 150. And I already done all the checking and all the checking is passed.
So now we are going to cover the compression part for this project. First of all, it is design combitation and bending member. Next, design combine compression and bending member. Lastly, design connection. The chalet consists of 6 sections, that is dorms, suites, single or twin room, washroom, cafe, and office.
So, as you can see from this table, for type of building for domes, our group choose species from Chenga from SG1 and the moisture content also dry. So for the suite is Merbau from SG4 and dry moisture content. And next for the single or twin room, group choose Karanji from SG3 and also dry moisture content. For the washroom, we use Tebusu from SG5 and in dry state condition. Lastly, for cafe and office, we use both that Belian species from SG2 and the moisture content dry. So for the radius of correction, slenderness ratio, permissible bedding stress, and permissible tensile stress for these 5 or 6 type of weeding is overall is acceptable from our calculation. So from this table, for the compression for this all of this type of weeding is overall is satisfactory. So for the design of the connection of timber, our group used two methods, that is by using nail and by using bottom connection of timber to timber. So for the nail diameter, we use 6.4 mm, and for the board diameter, we use 225.4 mm.
Hi, my name is Sharifah and I will presenting on the analysis and design of compression member for the floorboard. Hello and good day to Madam Sazi. My name is Sharifah Sabrina and I will presenting on the analysis and design of compression member for timber engineering for the floorboard part. So as you know, our chalet have 6 parts, which is the office, the washroom, the suite, the cafeteria, twin and single room, and lastly the dome. So let me see for the first one, the floorboard for the office. We choose Belian type of timber and the size is 63 mm x 125 mm. The next one is cafeteria. We also choose Belian type of timber, but the size is 75 mm x 100 mm. The next one is washroom or changing room. We choose Tembusu type of timber and the size is 50 mm x 150 mm. The next one is the suite. We choose Merbau and the size is 63 mm x 100 mm. The next one is single and twin room. We choose Karanji type of timber and the size we use is 50 mm x 75 mm. The last one is for the dome and we choose Chengal type of timber and the size is 75 mm x 150 mm. After the calculation and justification has been made for the size of the floorboard just now, for every part of the chalet, we come to a conclusion stating that all the size is passed and adequate for the chalet. So next I will presenting about the recommendation. Here is the recommendation that we need to do for the assignment and why we need to use timber as construction material. So the first one is technical knowledge of timber. The application of timber in construction require a good technical knowledge of timber as its guiding factors. This including the detailed knowledge of the function of the structural unit and the specific properties of timber. The properties of timber also need to be related to the function of the structural unit. The second one is quality of environmental sustainability and etc. Timber is also recommended due to its quality of environmental sustainability, physical and aesthetic qualities, workability and flexibility of space arrangement, dry construction, industrial production, and comparative cost effectiveness. For construction use timber, it is necessary to subject the timber to some prophylactic treatment to avoid biodegradation of timber members, possible failure and collapse of timber structure. This treatment can be done in the form of seasoning and application of chemical preservative. The third one is economic benefit for construction. Timber can have economic benefit for construction. This is because timber is largely factory prepared and brought to site for rapid assembly. Construction grade timber and engineered forest products the example of the highest value and quality product from trees. Structural use of timber is important for economies that rely on forestry. Furthermore, following primary use as structure of the timber, there are many secondary or tertiary uses for timber construction waste that retain its value. Lastly, high strength to weight ratio. Timber has a high strength to weight ratio and most efficiently used in structure where it is carrying a lot of its own self-weight. In timber structure construction, there are limitless possible design and construction that is based in both engineering and cultural practice for the timber. The last one is for the conclusion. Sustainable building material are materials that are environmental friendly, readily available, durable, maintainable, and versatile in usage. By the completion of this assignment, we are able to analyze a significant part of the nature of structural timber. One of the most important aspect is that elimination of the environmental impact during the construction phase. By using wood in the building, it can reduce the amount of air pollution. Timber is not only limited to a traditional house purpose, but also used to construct many other modern buildings even until nowadays. By understanding its property, we are able to know the advantages and disadvantages of timber in structural building. Last but not least, we are able to understand that significant parameters such as geometrical property, load lateral stability, shear stress, bending stress, deflection, and bearing stress should be taken seriously when designing the structure, as the protection is the most important thing to prioritize. Thank you. That's all for my part.